All right, good afternoon, everybody. I'm having my daughter help, and she's going to be videoing me showing you how to figure out the heart rate of a patient using the EKG. Okay, so this is an EKG strip that I took from school, and I'm going to show you two different ways to figure out the heart rate. Okay, these usually pop up on your CCMA, so I want to make sure you really understand it. I'm also going to be forwarding you guys a YouTube video that shows conduction of the heart, and it also goes over these steps as well, but I just wanted to kind of work it out for you, okay? So this first one, and I'm going to have my daughter zoom in. I'm sorry if it's a little bit shaky, but we're doing the best we can. So this one right here, okay? Each R is the top of this peak, okay? So on your EKG, okay, if you're looking at your EKG, you have a top peak up here, okay? That is the R of the wave, okay? The wave is labeled a certain way, but I'm gonna show you the heart rate, okay? And the heart rate is measured between two R's, which is the top peak of your wavelength, okay? So down here on this one, it's kind of hard to see. Yep, get a little bit closer. Okay. So there are tiny little boxes in between each R's. Sometimes we have to get a magnifying glass to see them very good, okay? But this is called the 1500 rule. Maddie, thank you. So 1500 rule. And the 1500 rule is when you count the tiny boxes in between one R and another R, okay? So I outlined these boxes, and we're gonna get a little bit closer, okay? If we count those boxes, there are actually 19 boxes in between each R, okay? So my rule, we'll bring this up. I'm going to switch to this piece of paper here. So I put up here 1500 rule. It's used to measure the heart rate on an EKG. You will count the number of small boxes between two R's, okay? So I said there's 19 boxes. The way that I'm gonna figure out the heart rate is I'm gonna take 1500, I'm gonna divide it by 19. You guys can do this on your calculator, but 1500 divided by 19 equals 78.9 and some other numbers. We're gonna round it up to 79. So it would be 79 beats per minute. So this is us doing a quick way of figuring out what the heart rate is just by looking at an EKG, okay? There's another way to do it. I'm gonna go back to my EKG, and we're gonna look at this one now, okay? This one, there's an R here and there's an R here, okay? So these are two peaks of the wave. This is called the 300 rule, okay? This one's actually easier, but you need to know both. So 300 is counting the large boxes in between each R, okay? So the larger boxes have a darker red lining so that it kind of shows that the box is larger. So I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 large boxes between each R. I'm gonna go back to my paper, and I'm gonna write 300 rule. Okay, so my 300 rule is to count the number of large boxes between two R's, okay? So we have a 300 rule and we have a 1500 rule. So I said there was 4 boxes. So I'm gonna take 300 divided by 4, and that equals 75 beats per minute. So they're pretty close, they're not exact, and it's because this isn't an exact way to do the heart rate. It's kind of like an estimate. It's kind of like a close as you can get to the heart rate. So this gives you an idea of what the heart rate is, okay? So there's 2 different ways to do it. Last thing I'm going to show you is a quick way to tell if your patient has a regular heart rate or an irregular heart rate, okay? So you take an index card, okay? So I got an index card, and we're gonna look at this wavelength down here. So kind of blow it up a little bit. Good. So I'm gonna take my index card, and I'm gonna put it up to the point where there's 2 R's, okay? So these, remember, are the R's, okay? I'm gonna take my index card, and I'm gonna mark it where those 2 R's are. And I'm gonna take my index card and I'm gonna go down to the next one, and I'm gonna see if they match, okay? So this one's a little bit off, okay? You can see that this line is a little bit in front of this one. I'm gonna take it down to this one and see if they match. And that one again is a little off. I'm gonna take it down into this one, and this one matches better. I'm gonna take it down to this one, and this one matches better. And I'm gonna take it down to this one, and this one is actually a little bit off as well. So this is a slightly irregular rhythm because the R's don't match, okay? This is also gonna be shown in that YouTube video, but I just wanted to kind of show it to you guys as well. So if you have any questions, please let me know. I'm gonna save this video and I'm gonna send it out to you guys in a little bit, okay? I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.